Hey, amazing people. What we're going to do today is we are going to look at negative indices. Now, negative indices is where we have a power, which is a negative number. Now, this can come about in a number of two ways. Take, for example, this here. Say we've got a to the power of 2 divided by a to the power of 5. Now, if we were to work this out, we could just do this in two ways. First of all, we can do it because we can subtract the powers from one another. So this is going to be a to the power of 2 minus 5. That's going to give us a to the power of negative 3. That's one of the answers there. Okay, so we can see we've got a negative. Now what I'm going to do this again, but this time I'm going to do it by cancelling, and that's going to help us understand what result we get. So in this case here, we're going to do a times a over the top, and that's going to be over a times a times a and times a. There we go. So when we're cancelling here, remember for every result in the top or a in the top where we have so in the numerator where we have one there, we can cross one out for the bottom or the denominator as well. So if I cross out one at the top, I can cross one out the bottom. Another one at the top, another one at the bottom. And remember, each of these is being replaced by a little number 1 to represent them. So now as I work this out, what we see here is we end up with this result of 1 over a to the power of 3. Now given that both this here and this here are the same, we've gotten two different answers. So based on that then, what we can say from this is we can take this and we can take this and we can combine the results here and we can come up with this idea here. And that idea which we're going to come up with is going to be when we have a to the power of negative 3, this can be equal to 1 over a to the power of 3. So this is going to be a rule which we remember here as we work through these. So if we take this rule further, we can come up with a more general rule, and this is where we have a to the power of m, or negative m, sorry. That here is going to be equal to 1 over a to the power of m. And so this will be the more general rule which we use dealing with these negative indices.